These guys are going to be busy in 2020. A couple weeks ago, the Hella Mega Tour was announced.
2020 sounds so crazy. It's like after the future in all these 80s movies and like just none of the stuff happened. We're like not at war with cyborgs or we don't have hoverboards. 2020 is just crazy, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is nuts. Pete, you've been describing this tour as counter-programming. That's the term you've been using. Can you kind of explain what you mean by counter-programming?
Sure. So like where I live, all the little kids like basically look, well, I hear all about like e-girls and disco girls and all this stuff, but a lot of the little kids kind of just look like Kanye or, you know, like ASAP, but it's like a little white kid, so they like look like Scott Disick actually. You know, that's just how it looks to me. But so we really truly do live in a hip hop world that drives culture. You know, like that is what kind of moves the needle. And so I think that, and pop culture as well, like in pop music. And I think that this tour clearly is counter-programming to that. There are still kids who are going to want to go out and see a big rock show, and that's what this thing is. It's like Battle of the Bands.
Well, I can speak on behalf of, at the very least, everybody in this room and everybody listening and watching. We're excited. We're excited that it's happening. Thank you for the counter-programming. Patrick, quick question for you. A little over a year ago, this band played arguably its most important show ever. You guys headlined your own show at Wrigley Field in your hometown, Chicago. Wow. Now you guys spend the entire summer of 2020 playing baseball stadiums. Anything happened at Wrigley that helped you prepare for kind of what's coming up with Hella Mega?
I don't know that anything will prepare you for playing Wrigley or playing it again. You know, I mean, it's just such a big thing. For us especially, you know, I mean, being from there, so I don't know, I mean, you definitely know a little bit what to expect, I guess, so maybe that helps, but I don't know, maybe it would just be a bunch of shows in a row of that feeling of like, oh my goodness, how are we here, you know? When are they going to kick us out?
We had our kids, though, at the stadium, and this was an interesting factoid that I didn't know. They were, like, kind of trying to touch the ivy that's on the walls, you know? And this, like, I don't know, security guy comes over, and he's like, hey, kids, there's rats in that ivy. Oh, my God. Good to know. Note to self, don't touch the ivy in any of the stadiums.
Don't touch the ivy. Good to know.
Good tip for anybody playing Wrigley Field in the future. This tour, from the artwork to the rollout to kind of all the chatter around it, has the feeling kind of an old-timey, like Monsters of Rock type tour, which if you're not familiar, kind of happened in the 80s and the 90s with these big, gnarly bands. Certainly that's on purpose. Do you have kind of any memories of going to those shows or bands that you enjoyed that plays those types of shows back in the day?
I remember when Metallica and Guns N' Roses went on this giant stadium tour. And I told Pete and Dale Wentz that I needed to go to the show, and they said, no. So that is my memory of it. You know?
He wasn't talking about himself in the third person there. That's his dad's name.
Oh, yeah. That's my dad. I'm not married to my mom.
Patrick, today, November 11th, 2019, what makes you most excited about Hella Mega 2020? Is there anything that you're really looking forward to?
It's crazy to, you know, I mean, I feel like we've been doing this long enough, you figure you've had all the surprises, there's not any more surprises, and somehow we're gonna play with Green Day and Weezer. That is crazy, and such a like surprise, and I was surprised at how, so we did a tour announcement show in LA, and I got to see them from like this far away, and you know, all of a sudden you're 15 and you're like, oh, this is awesome, you know? And I didn't know that I was gonna do that or be that excited. I think that's gonna be every night for me, probably.
It's definitely, yeah. It's gonna be a special time, obviously 3 very, very special bands. We cannot wait for it to happen all across the country, all across the world, actually.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos from your favorite artist. And while you're here, check out these other videos.